Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. First, drink some petty tea. And you know what? Oh, I could just say petty tea because you know what? Petty tea can be a nice cold soda, or it could be coffee. Oh, and it's almost gonna be pumpkin spice season. And some coffee places it no, it's still summer. Okay, don't start that until September. But anyway, okay, yeah, it's okay for me. It is almost okay because yeah, I try to stay within my holidays, my seasons, and everything like that. But whatever. But you know what? You can sip whatever is your petty energy, whatever gives you just petty mental joy. Because you know what? As long as a spoonful of beautiful petty helps the medicine goes down. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking a little bit about a little something because when I'm right again, I'm right, and it's like I keep being right. I don't know if you've been paying attention to all my episodes, but I've been right, and I think that's one reason why men don't want to marry me or date me, because it's like I'm not always right because I'm not perfect. And the thing is, like before I even say something or argue something, I think that's one of the biggest difference with a lot of these Republican mega people and myself. And okay, not all Republicans. Okay, I didn't say all. I said because yeah, it's like I know some people are listening to all this. She hates all Republicans. She doesn't like Republicans. And you know what? I don't like the bigots. I don't like the bigoted Republicans because I mean, don't get me wrong. Some Democrats are bigots, but yeah, it's like they understand who organized unions and who gave them most of their rights, and they understand history to the point where they know, yes, Democrats did help promote, slavery and things like that or whatever, but a lot of Democrats know that the party switched throughout history, and they also know, like, I mean, yeah, Democrats, they have a long ways to go right now because they keep saying the country is so much better. No, the rich is so much better. Don't get it twisted. Tax the rich. And also help the LGBTQ community because people keep trying to throw hate on them, but then it's usually the white Republicans and the same people who are doing the same exact crimes that they are accusing of the LGBTQ. Okay, okay. But when I'm right, I'm right. And this involves ice, you know. And it's really sad that the guy who sings Ice Ice Baby, yeah, it's like he kind of sliding. It's like a couple years ago I found this out, but yeah, let's just. It's like maybe I need to do more research and get an update. And I also heard about Snoop Dogg going to a Disney movie, and now he is so like, like, let's just say, yeah, I'm seeing him going into the magosphere because his grandson asked, "How do two women have a baby?" And it's kind of like, okay, how do a lot of women who are not married have a baby? And it's like, because he can even give an example of unmarried women who have babies on their own, or women who have difficulties even when married. It's like, because there's technology, all he has to do is say there is technology out there that allows a woman to be able to have a baby. It's like he got so stuck into the lesbian relationship that he didn't look outside of that situation to realize there are other women. I'm probably going to be one of those women. It's like, yeah, I'm going to, it's like I got to go to the, OBGYN, everything, make sure everything's good, everything, like kind of like a mechanic, look under the hood or whatever. But it's just it's like, so that's why, like, part of me is just like, no wonder I don't, like, with a lot of these men, I just don't want to deal with it. I can't stand a lot of them. But anyway, you're probably wondering what I'm right about. Because yeah, I'm probably, well, you know what, I'm probably not going to talk more about the Snoop Dogg thing, but let's just say, even when he performed, it's like I didn't watch any of that mess, but he's showing himself. And oh, I wanna really ask him, how are those wine sales? especially in Canada. I hope they love you in America, or I hope the MAGA people, like, you might need to start, making some ads and stuff for MAGA to buy your wine and everything. And I hope it, internationally outside of Canada is going pretty well. But I know I heard you might be having some issues selling your wine up in Canada. Anyway, because yeah, I'll never buy it. He lost all my respect back from when he was performing, and now this situation, it's like because at first I'm like, okay, so maybe now he realized. Nah, he didn't realize. Nah, yeah, he's lost anyway. So you know what? That situation's closed. I'm done with that topic. Okay, now what am I right about? Ice. Do you know that a lot of them are quitting and leaving and running and stuff? One, because they don't like how they have these target goals that they have to beat, and how a lot of them have to wake up at 3 a.m., and some of the trickery and things that they have to do in order to deceive people, in order to capture them and stuff like that. But then, the reason why a lot of them are staying? Do you know the reason why some of them are hanging on for dear life to that job just as long as they can possibly hold on? Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason? Have you been listening to my episodes? Because if you've been listening to the episodes, then you're going to be able to type the answer. It's like, and like, oh, and oh, there's an emoji. I think there's an emoji. It's like, yeah, it's like, if not, I'll tell you to make one up or whatever. But yeah, let's just say many of them are hanging on for dear life so that they can get their student loans paid for. Remember when I said that a couple weeks ago, a week ago? Yeah, I forgot when I said it, but it was within the last couple weeks that I said that, since now, like, I knew it was part of their plan. Because remember when I said, like, the orange guy is taking away as much as he humanly can from people to make it as hard as possible, so that people have no other way to survive other than joining ICE and or working on the farms. He's trying to force people with those two routes, and student loans is one of those ways. Yes, like, I'm now having, like, especially like with my disability, like, I'm still figuring out disability life. I'm newly diagnosed. Before I yeah, it's like, I've only been diagnosed for a few years now, and trying to get back on my feet in employment, and all the money I had to spend to get diagnosed, and then everything around, like, people don't understand. And so it's like starting my businesses and getting back, like, it's wow. And also, for over 30 years, doctors told me the pain was in my head and I was a liar and I just wanted attention. And so I fought and fought and fought my way through the pain. Got up, went to work, got up, went to another job, sometimes working two, three, four, five jobs at the same time. And once I get my life back together, I'm probably going to have to get back to that lifestyle, especially to try to pay this down. But part of me wonders, if I had known that if I was born with a disability, would that have helped me with my life? Because with jobs, I would have been able to sue the jobs that told me that I couldn't work there because my walking would be a distraction, or I wouldn't want to work there until I go and get my legs fixed and then I can come back. Or there's no way someone as pretty as me would be born to walk like this. Like, all of these happen at job interviews. And so I don't know, just part of me is like, because now they're put I worked my tush off, because when people told me I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't good enough, I was never going to be as good as my perfect sister. And it's like, I know in some episodes people think and I've already explained this, but I know most people don't listen to most of my episodes, but she is amazing and perfect. And like, when it's like, if other people had twins and one was like her, one was like me, most would prefer her over me. That's realistic. I get it. I've lived, that's the life I've lived. It's like my mother reminded me almost every day of her life before she died. That's the memory I will live with for the rest of my life. But she is amazing. And she has her amazing education. And with my disability, I would never be able to accomplish the education she has. I don't, or with me, I would need assistance probably, or assistance or more time, because honestly, it's like I only know part, like I know some of what is dealt with getting a doctorate, but yeah, it's like especially if I'm going to be trying to start my business and finish my novels and everything like that on top of doing that, yeah, I would need assistance. And when it came to my bachelor's, everyone kept telling me what I need to major in, what I was not allowed to major in. So it was to a point where, yeah, I got a bachelor's with a double minor, and then after that, I I told a story. I would never forget the day when I got accepted to go to grad school, and I told my mom, and her response was, "Why in the hell did you do that for? You know you're never gonna finish. You're not smart enough for that." And I remember crying for the rest of the day, and then telling the guy that I was kind of starting to date, and he told me, I was like, because this was like 2 or 3 days later, I told him during, like, he took me out to lunch because he wanted to see me, or whatever. It's like, but I told him I was so excited to tell him, but then he told me it's either him or grad school because he doesn't want anything to do with a smart woman. So then I was like, okay, so my mom says I can't finish, and he's saying I better not finish or I'm going to be single. So, but then, yeah, I chose the degree over him. And then with my second master's, that's right when I met Mr. Lakachi, and that was a hot mess. And I think just the drama, and it's like, and it's really sad how dating such a terrible man helped me, like, it's like not helped me in a good way, but part of me just like I knew I was gonna break up with him once I finished, because he motivated me to a point where I was just like, if I don't finish, I'm probably gonna be stuck with a man like him for the rest of my life. It's like, or I'm probably gonna have to try to be dependent, or he's gonna be dependent on me because he keeps stealing from every job. He keeps getting back on that special candy. He is not capable of being a good man whatsoever. And like, no. And it's like, hopefully that's changed now that he's with his middle school sweetheart and everything. And I know they have a daughter and stuff like that, because yeah, and I also know that his wife is a bigot because she called me the N word because I was trying to get the money that he owed me, but then he blackmailed me saying that in order for me to get the money that he owed me, because he lied when he was trying to look for work, and so I gave him gas money several times, and instead of going to the job interviews, he went to his special candy dealer and chilled at that house for a long time, then came back to the house and pretended he went to the job interview, and then he pretended to go to job trainings, quote unquote, but no, he that just, yeah, same deal or whatever. So I told him I wanted that money back, but he said that in order for me to get my money, that I would have to get back with him and sleep with him a certain amount of times. And if I didn't make up my mind within 2 weeks, then he was going to double the parameters. But while he was doing that, he was looking up his middle school sweetheart. And that's when he found her. But then I was like, okay, you found her. I want my money. Then he ignored me and he gave the phone to her. And so then she was like, okay, call me, tell me. And I was like, I just want my money. No, you want him. And it's like, for some reason, she started lying, saying that I wanted him. And I was like, I never wanted him in the beginning. It's like the reason why I dated him is because it's like he stole from my purse at a taco party. But yeah, go watch that episode. And then because it was my registration, my driver's license, it wasn't just anything, it was that important. And I had a job interview within a couple days or whatever. And so, anyway, It's like went to the house, tried to get it, but then I'm trying to drive away. He runs into the middle of the street, holds a pocket knife or some kind of weapon to his wrist, telling me he was going to eliminate himself. And then for at least 90 days, every day, calling every morning, calling me, telling me that if I wasn't going to be his girlfriend, he was going to eliminate himself from the earth. Every time I tried to break up with him within those 5 years, he threatened to eliminate himself from the earth and he would tell me it was going to be my fault. Yeah. So it's like dating him encouraged like parts of me during some of the worst, the hardest tests of my life. It's like I would remember, if I don't finish this, I might be stuck with him. If I don't finish this, I might be stuck with him. And now I'm stuck with the debt, but I'd rather have the education than have to deal with him. And then the fact that he was hunting down his middle school sweetheart anyway, because he was probably gonna try to cheat on me anyways with her and try to continue borrowing money from me. That's the despicable, awful, terrible jerk he was. And then to allow his stepmother to call me the N word, that's the despicable, awful, stupid. Just yeah, he was just oh, idiotic. But I finished my degrees. And that's why I have my bachelor's with a double minor and my MBA and my MA. Well, first, my MA came first and my MBA was second, but anyway. But now it's like I have my children's books published. I have plenty more that I need to work on, but yeah, trying to save money for the illustrations. Yes. And that's the reason why I wanted the money he owed me, because I thought I found an illustrator, but I needed that money so I can give her a down payment. But since I didn't have the money in time, she said I wasn't serious. And yeah, so now she won't take me as a client. And that's what I will never forgive him for that. I will never forgive him for that. But yeah, it's like I worked hard for my education and I know how hard it is to pay this off because I've worked as a substitute teacher. I did promotional modeling for over 12 years and I am an adjunct professor and it's like now I'm starting up my own businesses, but now I'm watching our country even put our student loans at like on the threat. It's like now that they're taking it away, and now you have people so determined to have it paid off that they will literally do something so horrific and awful, something that I will never forgive them for. It's like they might say, "Well, I needed my student loans. That's the only way I was going to pay it off." I will never forgive you because you treated humans like they are no longer human. You're going back in history. Yes, maybe it's not slavery, but you're treating them like we're going back in history. You working for ICE and you doing that type of work, we're going back in history. Caging up people, and especially it's like they're hunting down people based off the color of their skin. Oh, and that reminds me, to the white ladies putting those Hispanic stickers on your cars. Okay, that is top notch patty. Take a sip, ladies. Take a sip of your patty because, oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And I am a little nervous when I start driving again. Oh, I'm getting so close. I'm so close. I'm so excited. But at the same time, I have been accused a couple of times being part Hispanic, and I that's the thing. Like I no, I have Native American, Asian, and black mostly, but But so it's like I do have some other. Oh, and I got a pinch of Irish, literally, just like a little of it, pinch or whatever. So but I don't know, it's just kind of crazy. So, as like, especially since I'm lighter complexion, so a little nervous, but at the same time, and it's really crazy because we're going back in history even more because now they want us to have our papers. Now it's like, remember back in the day when African Americans had to prove themselves with having papers. Now we have to have our papers as like registrations, visas, whatever. It's like now it's like we're going back in history. Now they want us to work on the farms, especially black people. Black people, they want us to go work on the farms. They don't want to raise minimum wage. They don't want to raise minimum wage. And they're giving like tax credits and help for the rich. We're going back in time. And a lot of people are not realizing this. And then we have people who are literally working jobs that some of them might think is morally wrong, but some of them care more about paying off their student loans than being moral. Some of them rather be against history for just enough time to not have to be in debt than being on higher ground. And yes, I know the struggle of paying student loans. It's like trust out of everybody. I was about to have enough to even buy a house, and I was starting a pool. So like, and I was like every month, like every other month I was paying double payments and then even triple payments. Sometimes only single payments when I was like, okay, yeah, if I invest in this in that or whatever this month, because it was an expiration date with some of the investments. So I did what I had to do, and this is why I encourage, like, ladies, invest. It's like if your mommies and daddies didn't teach you how to invest, it's like on the nerd, like once I start up the nerd channel, I really want to go over different, like I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever, but I want to at least show you guys different apps and stuff that you could test out. Like I would say start small if you don't, like, because yeah, I'm not a financial like advisor. I'm not going to say anybody's going to get rich with anything I have done, but it's really funny how exes in my past laughed at me and told me I wasn't going to make anything with the investments that I have. But then with some of the items, it's kind of like a seed. It's kind of like a seed. You just got to give it some time, and then it doubles, and then the doubles, and then the doubles. So I'm at a point right now where I'm like, okay, it's like once I get my business started and stuff, oh yeah, it's like I don't know, just like I have my goals, I have everything that I'm working on. It's absolutely frustrating and irritating and everything like that. And I know I need to finish this novel. Oh, but it's a lot of like you guys don't understand the mental health because I'm putting real life situations from my disability and from the family and job interviews and the judgment and awful terrible things people have said to me. So sometimes after I write up, like, or because and the thing is that the novel, one novel is done, but the thing is I split it in three. So now I have three parts of a novel, or now I have majority of a novel and like half of two more. And so yeah, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But at the end of the day, I love my creativity, but at the end of the day, remembering parts of my life brings nightmares. And you won't, like, oh my gosh, it's like a few days ago I had such a terrible nightmare, but the nightmare fits one of my characters, and that was the scariest part. And so that's one reason why part of me, I was just like, I wrote the perfect character. Because if I literally had, like, and the thing is, because I had to take a break from the novel for a few days because, like, there was some parts where I was like, I don't know where I want to take it, and it's kind of scary, and I don't know. But then I ended up having the nightmare. But then at first I didn't think it was connecting, but then I thought about it because something else came up, and then I realized, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yes, okay. And the funny thing is, this is not going to be until part 3. I can give hints of it for foreshadowing, but this nightmare is like, and I start typing it out. I'm gonna finish it, but yeah, like I said, it's horrifying. I almost started crying when I woke up. That's, yeah. But when it comes to nightmare, student loans is a nightmare. And I think that's like I need to find the documentaries, but it's like I kept because it's been a year or two since, but when people were getting interviewed about their student loans and how much they've paid and how the interest is a mother, like, and because like if it wasn't for the interest, or if the interest wasn't as severe or so terrible, I think I would be at least halfway done. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I like years ago. It's like I started doing research and stuff. Thank God for the internet, because it's like you can use it for good, evil, or whatever, but or even a little freaky. But anyways, like I started looking up, okay, what are different ways I can pay this off? And there was one nonprofit where they said you can volunteer to pay off part of it. And I tried, but there were no locations in my state. And then I think they closed down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if we had more like this is like, 'cause I love volunteering anyways, but if I could volunteer and just have a portion, a little bit. So yeah, but it's like then I found the snowballing method and everything like that. So it's like I started doing that, and oh my gosh, it changed everything. And so it's like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's like look up the snowball. Like there's two methods. I forgot what you call it. They're both snow related, but I forgot the other one. But yeah, check out those methods. And yes, you may only be able to put like $5 extra to that one, like, because like with student loans are separated and everything. It's like if you do have like some of the smaller ones, if you have to make that one main payment a month, it's like even if it's only $5, try to slide $5 to the least one, because over time you're going to be chipping and chipping away from that interest. So then you'll be able to take some of that money that went to interest to that lowest one. And then when that's paid off, the main amount's going to be less. And so, yeah, I recommend that because, yeah, trust me, I stress about it. And that's one reason why, like, I am trying to work on the children's books and the novels and the greeting cards and the candles. And well, got to get back onto physical therapy. And it's, oh yeah, a lot of research, and it's like there's more equipment that I need to buy for my at-home therapy too. But I just think it's crazy how I was right, because I keep hearing, or I've heard quite a few YouTubers talking about how a lot of ICE people want to quit and leave, but some certain ones with student loans are hanging on as long as they can in order to make sure it gets paid off, or they're trying to work the minimum amount of time to get it cleared and stuff. And it's like they're making some people go to evil places. And at the same time, it's like I wish I wish I could forgive, but I can't. If you go to that, like, no. And it's like, and I get it, debt is awful, debt is a pain, but you have to remember, this country, like, MAGA doesn't care if you're like, some of them, they'll laugh at you if you're in debt. And so I mean, I don't know, I'm just, when when you vote, think about the people who are literally trying to force you to make awful decisions. Think about the people who are literally waving your student loans in front of you and saying, be dehumanizing, be awful, be terrible. It's like, yeah, it's like, here's your seat. It's kind of like waving bacon in front of a dog. It's like, don't take the bacon. Oh, I know bacon tastes really good too, but yeah, don't take the bacon this time. Their bacon is rancid, their bacon is nasty, their bacon is expired, their bacon is pathetic. Don't take the bacon, because they don't care about you. They don't care about you. But at the end of the day, a lot of us are struggling too. And that's why I'm trying to be empathetic. I try to be empathetic. And I keep thinking they're human, they're human. They're trying to get out of the debt. They're trying to get a house maybe. They're in probably some of the same similar, like, places that I've been. And I'm trying to forgive, but at the end of the day, I could never do that. I can never go that low. I can never try to cage people just so I can release my debt. No, I cannot. I cannot. And, but at the end of the day, a lot of us are struggling too. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.